Okay, page 4 of the Arithmetic Sequences and Series bookwork. Zane goes swimming. He swims the first length of the pool in 2.5 minutes. The time he takes to swim each length is 10 seconds more than he took to swim the previous length. Um, Find the time Zane takes to swim the third length. Find the time taken for Zane to swim a total of 10 lengths of the pool. Um, the only tricky part of this problem is that they mix minutes with seconds. Because they give you U1 in 2.5 minutes, but they give you the D in 10 seconds. Now, unless you're pretty good with, decimals and minutes, I would change everything to seconds, okay? So let's change 2.5 minutes to seconds. The way you do that is you multiply times 1 minute equals 60 seconds. Okay, 60 seconds on top because the minutes cancel out, right? That'll give you 120 plus 30. 120 plus 30, is that right? 120 plus 30, yes, so 150 seconds. Okay, so Zane swims the first length in 150 seconds. The next length he takes 10 seconds longer, so he takes 160. The third length he takes 10 seconds longer, so he takes 170 seconds. And then we look, find the time Zane takes to swim the third length. Hey, we already got it. Okay, 170 seconds. If you want to convert that into minutes, that's actually equal to 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Okay, but you could just leave 170 seconds, that's fine. Find the time taken for Zane to swim a total of 10 lengths of the pool. Okay, so they're not asking how long he takes to swim the 10th length, the 10th length. They're asking how long does he take to swim the first length plus the second length plus the third length plus the fourth length, okay? So which formula are you going to use? You're going to use this one, right? And we don't know how long it takes to swim the 10th length so far. So actually the formula that you should use is this one because you don't know how long it takes to do the 10th length. If you want to, you can calculate what U10 is, and then you can use the quicker formula. But just to show how you use it, I'm going to use the bigger formula, okay? So the sum of 10 lengths of the pool is equal to n over 2 times bracket 2u1 plus n minus 1 times d. So we know that d is 10 seconds, right? Because that's how much it increases every time. We know that n is 10, right? Because that's that's how many lengths he's swimming. So n minus 1 is 9. We do know that the first lap, or the first length, takes 150 seconds. So u1 is 150. Okay? And n, again, is 10. Okay? So you can just multiply this out with your calculator, and that is the answer. You might need to convert it to minutes if you want to. Otherwise, you could just leave it as seconds. This answer is going to be in seconds. 7C, number 4. A lottery is offering prizes in a new competition. The winner may choose one of the two options. $1,200 each week for 10 weeks. Option 2, $150 in the first week, $400 in the second week, $650 in the third week, increasing by $250 each week for a total of 10 weeks. Okay, so it's $150, $400, $650. Okay, all right. Calculate the amount you receive in the 10th week if you select option 2. Okay, so we know that the first week is 150. Do we know what D is already? We can calculate it, right? 400 minus 150 is 250. So it looks like, and let's check it here, yeah. So D looks like it's equal to 250. So we got D too. Calculate the amount you received in the 10th week. So we're looking for U10. And we know that the first term is 150. And we know that n equals 10, so it's n minus 1 is 9. And we know that d is 250. Okay? So if you multiply this out and add it, you're going to get the amount that he receives in 10 weeks. Okay? And the answer to that is 2,400. Okay? What is the amount you receive if you select option 2? Now they want to know how much you get total, because the important thing in a lottery isn't how much you get paid every week, it's how much you get total. So then we're looking for S10. And the way you get S10 is you take the average of U1 and U10, and then you multiply it times the number of weeks 10. And U1 we know is 150. U10 we just calculated to be 2,400. And then we take the average, and then we multiply by 10. Okay? So I'll let you do that. And then you figure out, now, is this total bigger than option 1? Now let's figure out option 1, which is quite easy. It's $1,200 every week for 10 weeks. So all you have to do is multiply 1,200 times 10, which is equal to 12,000. Okay, for option 1. Now option 2 is going to be here. And then you just compare the two and see which one is better for C. Right? Okay. 7a, number 8. Here is a finite sequence. -5, -1, 3, 7, 11. It goes all the way to 75. Common difference. That's really easy, right? Just take any two of these numbers, like let's take 3 and 7. Those are an easy pair. And we can see that to go from 3 to 7, you add 4. So the common difference is going to be 4. Find the 13th term. Okay, so we're going to use the formula U13 equals U1 plus n minus 1, which is going to be 12, because 13 is n, and multiply times d, which is 4. U1 we already know is -5, right? Okay, so we have everything. We have -5 plus 48, okay? All right, that will give you the answer there. Find the number of terms in the sequence. So they're saying, okay, UN is equal to 75. What's n? Okay, so we use the same formula. U1, -5, plus n minus 1, you don't know what n is yet, times d, which is 4. Okay, so we now have 75 equals -5 plus n minus 1 times 4. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add 5 to both sides to get rid of that 5, and we get 80 equals 4 times n minus 1. Then we divide both sides by 4, and then we get 20 equals n minus 1, and then you're already there, right? So n is the number of terms in the entire sequence from -5 to 75. The 6th term of an arithmetic sequence is 20, and the 11th term is 50. Find the common difference. Okay, so the 6th term is equal to 20, and the 11th term is equal to 50. What's the common difference between these two? Well, that's not so easy, right? There's 5 terms in between U6 and U11. It's kind of hard to figure that out. It's going to be about 5 or 6, right? But we don't know for sure. To find the common difference, you're going to use the formula again. But you're going to do it twice, because you have U6 and you have U11. You don't have U1. So we'll write the formula twice, and then we'll just substitute in what we have here. U1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, so the first UN is U6, which is 20. The U1 is, we don't know. The n is 6, right, because it's U6, so we'll put 6 minus 1 is 5. And the common difference is, we don't know. Okay, and then here we have U11, which is 50. And U1 we don't know. N minus 1 we don't know. And, I'm sorry, n minus 1 we do know. N minus 1 would be 11, oops, it would be 11 minus 1, which is 10. Okay, so now we have two equations and two unknowns. We have 20 equals U1 plus 5D, and we have 50 equals U1 plus 10D. There's a couple ways you could do this. You could subtract one equation from the other, or you could use substitution method. I'm going to show you substitution method because that's one you can always use. Okay. Note that it says algebra here, and we're going to do two equations, two unknowns, solving simultaneous equations. First, we're going to solve for u1. So we'll get u1 is equal to 20 minus 5d. Once we solve for u1, we can take this expression for u1 and we can put it in this equation. And then we'll get 50 equals 20 minus 5d plus 10d. And this can be simplified to, subtract 20 from both sides. You get 30 equals 10d minus 5d, which is 5d. So now we have 30 equals 5d, and you already know what d equals, right? And then you take this, and then you substitute back into this equation here, and then you can figure out what u1 is, okay? And then once you figure out u1, then you know u1, you know d, so you can figure out the 100th term u100 very easily. And once you figure out that, then you use the formula for s100, and then you can figure that out because you already have u100, you already have u1. You add them together, you divide by 2, you take the average, and then you multiply by the total number of terms, which is 100. Okay, so not so bad, right?